ما أريد من هذا الشعب إلا أن يزيد في الحمد والشكر إلى الله عز وجل، ويزيد من محبة الوطن، ويزيد من العمل ومضاعفة العمل لما يسعى فيه من خير له وللدولة والأهل. هذا اللي أنا أدوره من الشعب، وربنا إن شاء الله يوفقنا جميعا على ما يحب ويرضى.
The UAE's leadership and vision has provided myself, my company, many friends that I have here,
Welcome everyone to your favorite program, Pearls of Union, which invites the most successful people here in the UAE. Our inspiring guests have moved from the darkness of challenges to the light of success. Our inspiring guests have set a title for success and ambition. And our special guest for today is Mr. Joel Cairncross, and he is the CEO of Cairncross Martin. Welcome, Mr.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. I'm so pleased to meet you today.
I'm very pleased. The pleasure is mine. Thank you for the opportunity.
So please, sir, in the beginning, can you introduce yourself to everyone? Tell us about your career journey and the significant milestones you have achieved.
My name is Joel Cairncross, as you introduced me. I'm currently the acting CEO of Cairncross Martin in the Middle East and Africa. I was born and raised in Sydney, Australia, and I've currently resided in Dubai for the last 8 years. Originally growing up, I was educated in Australia. I went to university and completed a diploma of business. I originally did not enter the family business straight away. Because my father founded Cairncross Martin 35 years ago. So I had some years working in hospitality sector, also landscaping in Australia, and I joined the family company 12 years ago. So the first 6 years I was based in Sydney, Australia. Our company has offices in Sydney, Dubai, in the UAE, Bangkok in Thailand, and Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. So I've been lucky enough to be working in the UAE, governing the Middle East and Africa region out of the Dubai office for the last. And yeah, we've had the opportunity to work on some amazing projects, both here locally in Dubai and the UAE, namely we were appointed for the full procurement of the FF&E and the OS&E of the recently opened Atlantis the Royal, and also the one and only Wanzabil downtown. So these were two of the largest hotel openings in the world. So to have the opportunity to be involved on projects of this caliber is something very special and unique to the Middle East and Dubai.
And what were the main challenges you have faced during your career, and how did you overcome them?
The main challenge was for me to adapt into an office and business environment. As I mentioned previously, I was involved in hospitality and even landscaping prior to. So that journey of learning was a challenge, and obviously I was guided by, mentors, colleagues, and experience at the end of the day.
So who have been your key supporters and mentors who have supported you along the way and guided you to overcome these challenges?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great question. So my father would be an integral role in my growth and, development into, the the position that I'm in today. Obviously, he founded the company, Andrew Cairncross, 35 years ago. So, under his guidance and mentorship, I very much started at the, site management area of things. So worked my way from the bottom up through the company. And I think that was very important in me gaining a thorough understanding of, what it is that our company provides in terms of service, and to understand all positions, not just being the Chief Executive Officer, but, working up to that position, understanding the different processes and roles that, each position within the company is responsible for.
So please, can you tell us now about Cairncross Martin and the core services it offers?
So Cairncross Martin specialises in FF&E and OS&E procurement. FF&E being fixed furniture and equipment, and OS&E being operating supplies and equipment. And we primarily work in the hotel or hospitality sector, and we service anything from, boutique, small hotels, high-end residential villas, all the way up to, 1,000+ key hyper luxury 5-star hotels and resorts. We're lucky enough to be engaged on some very special projects, both in the United Arab Emirates and in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia currently. But yeah, we're very familiar with all hotel operators, all hotel brands. The company has operated, as I mentioned, over 35 years. And in that time, we've successfully delivered the FF&E and OS&E to over 450 projects.
Great. So what are the key projects that you are most proud of today?
The most iconic projects that I personally have been involved with are certainly Atlantis the Royal here in Dubai. It's an amazing, world-renowned property that's certainly one of a kind. The one and only Wanzabil. Also, our client was the Investment Corporation of Dubai, so these are government-funded projects, and they're unlike any other in the world, both in terms of design, customer journey experience, and location. We're also just recently completed in Saudi Arabia the Shabara Resort Hotel and the Desert Rock Resort in the same location, and these are two of the most iconic hotel openings of 2025. So I feel very blessed and fortunate for the opportunities that we've worked very hard to achieve and be a part of. But yeah, thanks to the vision and the leadership, both in the UAE and the Middle East, it provides a lot of opportunity for everyone in our industry.
So sir, as the CEO of Cairncross Martin, what were the main challenges you have faced in your role?
The main challenges that I have faced were definitely during COVID. I think it didn't impact just our industry, but also the whole world. I was based here in Dubai during that time, and thankfully, given the projects that we were servicing, being Atlantis the Royal and Wanzabil, the biggest projects, these were government funded, and we didn't see a huge pause or suspension of works. So we were very fortunate to be in this region during that difficult time of the pandemic, and navigating our way through that with all of our staff working remotely, all of our meetings with clients and suppliers being remote, was a unique time, but I'm proud to say that given the joint effort of everybody involved, we came through and the projects were successfully delivered despite, that major challenge.
So talking about the importance of technology, how does Cairncross Martin leverage technology and innovation to enhance customer satisfaction and efficiency?
Yeah, it's an excellent question, and I think it's growing more and more important as technology is advancing. So we own one of the leading procurement softwares online that we apply and use on every project that we are engaged on. The software is called Impetro Plus, which is in Latin means to procure. And we understand the importance of not only adopting the technology available, but ensuring to keep up with the ever-growing advancements of artificial intelligence and technology. So we use a digital platform for all of our processes, and without that, we would very quickly become redundant in this ever-growing digital landscape.
Sustainability also is becoming very important in the hospitality industry. So how does the company incorporate sustainability into its operations?
Sustainability and eco-compliance is becoming more and more mandatory, not just within the industry, but I think globally. And it's a good initiative and one that we certainly adapt. So how we practice that is we work very closely with our clients and the design teams to ensure that the FF&E and OS&E that's specified on the projects that we deliver are both eco-compliant and sustainable and comply with any Green Star ratings that are set and determined by both the client and the designer in the design phase of project development. A great example of this is the Shibara Resort. It's 100% run off solar powered energy, and a very iconic example of adopting eco-sustainable practices whilst running one of the most recognized and decorated resorts in the world.
And how do you ensure that Cairncross Martin stays ahead of the competition in such a rapidly evolving field?
We ensure that the suppliers that we recommend and bring to the projects that we are appointed on have their own internal sustainability measures in place so that we can guarantee that our clients receive a product at the end of the day that's not harmful to the environment, is easily able to meet the compliances of the eco-sustainability and Green Star expected by both designer and client. And we are very actively involved in ensuring QA and QC measures, both in the factory and at site, that these standards are met and practiced by the suppliers.
So, sir, you have your own strategies to lead this company. So what are your future plans? Where do you see the company in the next 5 years?
I see the company growing a lot in the next 5 years. And the reason that I predict that is the amount of development that is planned by the leadership of the UAE and abroad, in the Middle East specifically. We are looking at setting up an office in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and I do anticipate that the mega developments both in the UAE and the Middle East will keep our industry very busy for the next 5 to 10 years.
And how has the UAE contributed to the success and the growth of Cairncross Martin?
The vision and the leadership in the UAE is truly unlike anywhere else in the world. And I have worked in other areas and other countries. It has provided us and many expats, locals within the industry that I know, a huge amount of opportunity. Not only that, whilst it's very accommodating and attractive for expats to work in the Middle East, specifically the UAE, it's also one of the safest environments to do so. And whether you're young and ambitious or have a family. It's an amazing location. I would recommend to anybody.
So after your faithful journey, you have built your success story. So how can you define success?
I really define success as the passion and reward that one gets out of whatever industry, whatever job, whatever interest that they have. You know, obviously commercial return and covering the costs of life is always important, but it's not everything. And I think that, you know, having a job, a role in whatever industry it may be that provides you self-fulfillment and reward.
So, sir, many people from audience, they are a new generation and also they are young entrepreneurs and they see from your story something special inspired them. So what is your advice to them?
To any young entrepreneur, my advice first and foremost would be certainly to find something that you're passionate about. Something that doesn't feel like work, something that feels like, you know, enjoyment. And you will naturally succeed if you enjoy what you do and you work hard to accomplish that, whatever it is that you set out to accomplish. But first and foremost, the most crucial advice that I could possibly give is to find something that you're truly passionate about, and the rest should be easy.
The UAE has for sure contributed to your success story. So what is your appreciation message you would like to convey through our episode to the UAE and its rulers?
The UAE's leadership and vision has provided myself, my company, many friends that I have here, both local and expatriates, opportunities that are rarely found anywhere else in the world. The vision and leadership of the UAE has truly been something unlike I've experienced anywhere else in the world. It's provided for me, both personally and from a company perspective, and friends, both local and expatriate, huge amounts of opportunity. And the vision, both 2030 and beyond, is something very exciting to be a part of. Not only active within the UAE, but the Middle East in general has certainly offered a huge amount of opportunity, both past, current, and future. And it's something that we're very proud and excited to be a part of. And it's something that we look forward to continuing over the next 5 to 10 years and further.
Thank you so much, sir. It was my pleasure talking with you today. Best of luck.
Thank you very much for having me.
Dear audience, this is the end of our episode. Watch us next week. Goodbye.